And I think that segues very nicely into skill number 3, understanding that where you're coming to this call and where the student's coming to the call shifts and changes each time, really highlights the importance of skill number 3, which is redesigning the alliance to hold what the student represents to the forefront for them. So it's like a dance. As Reboot coaches, it's really important for us to spend about 50% of our time focusing on the being and 50% of our time focusing on the doing and academic progress. And that 50-50 split is sometimes a little bit different into the routine that coaches get into, where it's more academic check-ins, making sure that they don't have any outstanding questions. With the Reboot model, it's really more intensive, and that equates to more time on calls, more targeted email outreaches, but really understanding what the student needs from us at that very moment, and using the Reboot as an opportunity to wipe the slate clean. So we're not saying that to work as a Reboot coach, you would need to only work with Reboot students who are transferred to you, but in our case, we had a specific number of students transferred to us, and starting out as a new coach to them, I think was a great opportunity for them to have a fresh start. We don't know what they've done in the past. We're just using this new sort of artificial starting line as a place to jump off of.
And just kind of piggybacking on what Lauren was saying, in your case, you could be implementing this without the students being transferred to you. You've gone back to the indicators that we spoke about in the skill building document or tools. And then once you figure out, oh, maybe things are not aligning here, that's an opportunity for you to go back to skill number 2 in order to find out, what are those will drivers, what are those internal factors that's going to, help the student move forward. Because once you know that, then you can implement skill number 3 in this category, because you're designing your relationship, you're designing the alliance with the students based on the goal that they've set for themselves. Not just the project goals, but it can also be an internal goal. Like if they realize that, after work, they're very, they get very tired and they're very lazy and they don't want to do anything. Now, you're actually creating an alliance around what are the factors that's going to help you to be motivated so you can actually do the work. So it's taking our coaching practices from a macro into a micro approach to focus on the issue. And the big thing is, once you realize where the student's impact is, then you can best support them around that. But redesigning and designing the alliance is one of the most important things that you can do as a coach, because at that moment they feel that you're there for them, you're there to champion them, you're there to challenge them. And then after that, you figure out what's the best way that I can hold you accountable to the things that we've discussed that you want to do. So there's an after effect of it. One is making sure that you're on the same ground. Then the second piece is, how can I keep you accountable to it, which most of the time really evolves around an action item. If you didn't do it, or if this doesn't happen, how do you want me to keep you accountable? And then based on what they say, that's an invitation for you to actually hold them accountable to the way that they want you to.